So my rent is due in 30 days, and I'm only a new Roblox developer with 3 months of scripting experience, no coding background, no game development background. I think I'm screwed. If I don't build a successful Roblox game in 30 days, I'll straight up be broke and homeless. So subscribe to find out if I actually make it to day 30 as a Roblox millionaire, or if I end up sleeping at my local 7-Eleven dumpster. Okay, so this is day 10 of trying to pay my rent in 30 days by making a Roblox game. And day 9, yesterday, I really did mess up. Like, I couldn't get anything right with the projectiles. Since then, I've learned a lot about FastCast and how it works. And not exactly how it replicates from server to client, but the understanding of it and the understanding of how to use the different methods and functions that FastCast offers to make nice projectiles. So it shouldn't take us too long. I think that's all we're gonna get done today. We're just gonna get a solid arrow projectile for my bow, and then we'll be able to create a lot more projectile based weapons with this one setup. So let's get started. Oh my gosh, here, I'm trying to figure out what my error is, and I literally just spelled activated wrong. That's how you know I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep going. We're getting to day 30 with a full game. Let's go. Okay guys, check this out. We got the starts of a projectile, and it was like the easiest thing ever. Look at this thing. So right now, these black lines, these aren't actual lines that are going to be in the game. This is just the debugging part of it that I have set to true. Right over here, it's set to visualize casts true. But these are just the actual casts itself, and then these green orbs are where they end up hitting. So we can actually use this module to make a bow, and I can actually change the physics right now. I will make the gravity, actually the gravity's fine. I'm basically doing like half gravity. Maybe we'll make it a little more, and then we'll change this is the velocity right here. We'll change the velocity to 80, and this is going to be more like an arrow trajectory, I think. We'll see, but we can play with it a little bit. It's super easy. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Yep, that feels really good. Maybe I'll play with it a little more, but yeah, let's keep making this arrow. Okay, I just wanted to share something that I thought was pretty cool. This cast behavior cosmetic bullet provider. I'm setting this to bullet cache, which if you look up here, bullet cache is equal to part cache.new, and part cache is .new is a method inside of this part cache module. And what it does is instead of creating new instances or new, like let's say every time we fire an arrow it creates a new arrow out of a part or clones it or whatever, instead we're actually keeping 100 arrows that are already loaded into the game. We're keeping them like super high up into the sky, and then this part cache will basically, instead of firing and creating a new arrow, it will actually just grab one of the arrows from the cache that already exists and fire and teleport it to where I need it to go, fire it, and then it'll go back up into the sky once it's done. So it's a lot more, or it's a lot less resource intensive than just cloning bullets every single time or cloning projectiles. I thought that was just a cool little trick. And something cool that it'll also do, like let's say I set it to only have 10 projectiles, but there was like 10 or 12 people in my game shooting projectiles at once, and let's say there's more than 10 projectiles being fired, the part cache module will automatically spawn more in. So that's really cool as like a safety net in case there's ever too many. Okay, so as you can see, I've got this part firing now. We just need to put these all in debris once they're done, but I don't actually want to put them in debris. I want to put them back inside of the part cache so that they just teleport back into the sky and they never despawn, so that we can just keep reusing them as everyone's projectiles. But the only problem with that is my fast cache, I think that's what it's called, fast cache, is not, oh no, it's called part cache, not working correctly. So I'm gonna see if I can troubleshoot it. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. I set part cache to require, when I copied and pasted this up here to put it down here, I forgot to change it to the right module. Duh. So now I should be able to change this, what's it called? Change this to part cache, and now we should be able to use the cosmetic bullet provider, which is what cache uses, and we are going to give it our projectile template, which it'll create 50 of, and then we are going to then delay by 2 seconds, and we are then going to return the part. I think the arrows are a little too floaty. I'm going to set the gravity to 2, and I'm going to increase the velocity to 90. Let's try that. And we're getting more errors. Okay, let's figure out why. Okay, so it wouldn't have given me an error before, but I forgot to change this back to the bullet cache that we created over here. So I was setting the bullet provider, which should have taken in the cache, but instead I was feeding it the projectile template, which is just the part. So let's go ahead and see if that works. So as you can see, it works, and you can see the parts are being removed, and they're not actually being deleted or removed. They're actually just teleporting back up into the sky to be used again. It's just a good way to optimize, but you can look how smooth this is. It's so smooth, and I don't think it will do damage. It won't do damage to our cores yet. Actually, it might. No, I don't think it will, because it's probably looking for players only with the way that these modules work. But I am going to, right now I have the scripts, I have all the script functionality set up just in this server script inside of my tool. But what I really want to do is just have this client send over its mouse position over to the server script, and then we can handle all of this logic inside of our weapons class script. That way we can just make a ton of bow and arrows through objects. So that's actually going to be it for tonight, guys. It's super late and I spent a lot of time recording the last video. So this one's going to be a little bit shorter, but I did spend a lot of time today just learning about FastCast and projectiles, and I'm glad we can get a working actual bow now. So all that's left is just migrating that logic over to the module script and making some arrows and importing a bow model. So thank you guys again for watching. As always, if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll see you tomorrow.